abrasive wheel grinder can be found in most maintenance shops and in some cases in manufacturing. Grinders can be either pedestal or bench-mounted or portable. Injuries from grinders are typically lacerations or foreign body in nature. Lacerations typically occur when a tool or part gets caught between the wheel and the guard, causing a wheel explosion. The pieces of the shattered wheel rotate around the flange and injure the employee in the lower legs or groin area. In the case of foreign body injuries, the material is thrown from the grinder and usually hits the employee in the face or eye. Other less frequent incidents can include injuries from touching the wheel or getting clothing, jewelry, or hair caught in the rotating wheel. Generally, on pedestal and bench grinders, never wear gloves. There are exceptions, such as buffing, but generally gloves and long sleeves can get caught in the moving parts and pull your hand into the machinery. When this occurs, you can experience a very painful and serious injury. Don't wear gloves. Safety regulations require specific guarding safety precautions for abrasive wheel grinders. These requirements address the specific hazards for this equipment. Before you do anything, make sure you've been trained and authorized to use any grinder. If you haven't been trained, don't use it. Next, you'll need industrial safety glasses with side shields and a face shield. Why do you need two pieces of personal protective equipment, such as eye protection and a face shield? The answer is pretty simple. Eye protection protects your eyes, and face shields protect your face. By just using only one, you're not protected and you're asking for an injury. You must wear both eye and face protection when using any grinding tool. Next, you need to inspect the equipment. Check the spindle, as shown here, and make sure the side guards are in place. The guards must cover the nut and flange and 75% of the wheel diameter. If you don't have side guards, don't use the equipment. There are work rests and must be kept adjusted to within 1/8 inch of the wheel. As the wheel wears down from use, you'll have to make work rest adjustments to keep it within 1/8 inch of the abrasive wheel. The reason for this work rest close to the abrasive wheel is to prevent your hand or the material you're grinding, so that it won't slip between the grinding wheel and the work rest. If you've ever done this, you probably have only one hand now or some other major serious injury. Another important guard is the adjustable tongue guard, located on the top side of the grinder. This tongue guard must be adjusted to within 1/4 inch of the wheel. You can see that not following these rules can result in some very bad injuries. Now, this next safety rule is very important. Make sure the abrasive wheel RPM, or revolutions per minute speed maximum, matches the rated speed of the grinder motor. If the speeds don't match, don't use the equipment until you get the proper abrasive wheel with a rated speed that matches the grinder motor speed. If you don't have a correct match, the wheel could break or explode, and you know what happens. Ring testing is an important function when using a new abrasive wheel. If you do not know how to ring test an abrasive wheel before using it, ask your supervisor. One method of grinding wheel inspection is called ring testing. This inspection test must be performed before the wheel is mounted on a grinding machine. Ring testing depends on the dampening characteristics of a cracked wheel to alter the sound emitted when the wheel is tapped lightly. It is subject to interpretation by the inspector and is primarily applicable to vitrified bonded wheels. To perform the ring test, wheels should be tapped gently with a light, non-metallic implement, such as the handle of a screwdriver for light wheels or a wooden mallet for heavier wheels. Tap wheels about 45 degrees each side of the vertical line and about 1 inch or 2 inch from the periphery. Rotate the wheel 45 degrees and repeat the test. Large and thick wheels may be given the ring test by striking the wheel on a periphery rather than the side of the wheel. An undamaged wheel will give a clear tone. If cracked, there will be a dead sound and not a clear ring, and the wheel shall not be used. Wheels must be dry and free of sawdust when applying the ring test, otherwise the sound may be deadened. The ring test is not applicable to certain wheels because of their size, shape, or composition. Damaged abrasive wheels can be fatal, so don't take the chance by using a damaged wheel. Housekeeping around grinders is a major problem because when you're grinding, dust and metal particles are being distributed on the floor and around the grinder. Even if you have a vacuum bag installed on the equipment to reduce dust, grinding areas can get dirty and lead to tripping hazards, slips, and falls and injuries. Keep your work area clean. Make sure all bench grinders and pedestal grinders are permanently mounted so they won't move when vibrating. Not permanently mounting grinders have caused many injuries. Most bench and pedestal grinders are operated by electricity. Make sure the electrical cords are not cut or frayed. The equipment is effectively grounded, and permanently installed grinder's electrical system must be in conduit or other permanent method. Electrical hazards can kill you, so make sure the electrical system is properly installed. Each grinder must have its individual on and off control switch. Persons who use grinding machines are generally well-trained, experienced, and operate the equipment professionally. They take their job seriously and work and act in a safe, professional manner. They always wear personal protective eyewear and face shields, and they follow the rules. Oh, one more thing. Never, ever grind soft metal such as aluminum and others on a grinding wheel, as it will clog the pores of the abrasive wheel, and when it gets hot, it could explode.